Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, I'm going to be quickly going over the new event updates and then also showing you guys a guide for taking down the new Materia Guardian Ruin EX2 fight. It is a slightly different fight than the previous EX2. It is a little bit tougher. There's a couple different mechanics that change in the fight, so I'm going to show you guys what exactly those things are and how to take it down for yourselves. If you want to jump to the Materia Guardian guide, you should be able to do that in the timestamps below. However, I'm going to quickly go over the new notices for anyone that's interested to hear. Alright, so here we have a weapon enhancement rally event coming soon. It looks like this is another gathering level battle. I like and dislike these events. I dislike them because they're super slow and you can't really work on it when you really want to. If you sometimes I've wanted to work on leveling up the bosses and taking things down, but then you don't have any of the gathering materials. You have to wait a long time. The thing I do like about it is, though, it kind of balances these events out over a period of time, so you don't have to feel like you have to go full in on it at some point in time. So there's pros and cons to it. So here it looks like we progress through the event exclusive battles while taking on gathering level battles. Yada yada yada. We increase our item gathering level, so that's pretty standard. Looks like we'll get exchangeable items by participating in the event battle, which is also pretty standard. And it looks like in the score battle, you can earn event exchangeable items based on the damage score. All right, so it's basically the same as the Secret Sweetheart event. But however, it looks like we are going to be able to get a 5-star weapon guaranteed draw ticket. Sick. And some mithril ore. All right, well, I'll take it. All right, so that's going to be the first announcement. The second one is pretty awesome. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis has officially hit 7.77 million downloads, and in celebration of that, we are getting 1,500 blue crystals and 10 gacha tickets. Awesome. Not gonna complain. I mean, normally they would just give us 1,000, or I don't know how many crystals every 1,000 or million downloads, but the fact that they're doing it at 7, I love how everything that has to do with 7 in this game gives us rewards, which is just freaking awesome. All right, so let's go back in here. Looks like the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth crossover missions Volume 2 and login bonus Volume 2 is here. And it looks like from that, we're going to be getting a total of 1,500 crystals from the missions Volume 2 and 1,500 crystals from the login bonus Volume 2. So that, I think, puts us up to a total of 12k blue crystals so far given out during this event, and that is not including the 100 crystals that we get for clearing each of the event quests for the first time. So pretty damn solid. I'd say in total we're probably looking at close to 14k so far, which is almost getting close to a banner, right? Because most of the time it's not going to cost 36k. All right, so let's go back. Last but not least, for the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Fall of a Hero prologue, we have been added the second half of the event. So it looks like the newly added cloud-exclusive weapon Igneous Saber can be obtained through the exchange or by clearing an event battle. Okay, so I already finished my Ashura sword for Sephiroth. That's up to OB 14. So it's nice that we have something else to work on. Looks like the Igneous Saber is going to be a carbon copy of it. Here is the Materia Guardian. I already went over what you're going to need to take it on. Party-wide recovery, party-wide physical defense up. Although, yeah, it's an interesting fight. All right. That being said, that's going to cover the notices here. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to head into the event right now, and we are going to take on the Materia Guardian. Before I do that, I just want to check to make sure. Oh, it does look like the second part of the event is here, so I'm going to have to clear that. All right. Now let's go into the Materia Guardian fight. All right, so here it is, the Materia Guardian Ruin EX2. Now, a couple differences with this fight in the first one is that he gives himself a physical attack buff that can go all the way up to 5 tiers. Because of that, I am going to, let's see. I was able to beat it without having any debraves or any physical attack down weapons. However, this is with more of a blitzing attack strategy. So if you're having trouble because of the damage that he's doing, I'm going to run you guys through my team setup for this Materia Guardian. But feel free to change out the Curas on Yuffie and Cloud to Debraves. If you do that, it should be super easy to debrave him down, and you won't have to worry about him doing that much damage. For me, Matt is going to be able to heal through it, and just so you guys know, this is exactly the same team that I used for the previous Materia Guardian guide. So that being said, let's get into the actual fight. So the Materia Guardian himself is going to be weak to fire, resistant to lightning. He is not immune to physical attack, magic defense, or physical defense down. He uses powerful lightning element abilities. Magic attack changes based on force gauge, the Mako charge. The gauge can be depleted with damage, any type of damage, and he inflicts poison with mucus discharge and Silentian slime. So we are going to bring at least one healing Asuna poison on one of our characters. Other than that, he's going to have 2 sigil phases, both breakable by X, and he'll have his Trine ability. So he's not too bad. All right, so let's go into the actual breakdown of Materia here. So on Cloud, I have a Cura in the first slot. I have a physical attack stat stick Materia in the second, and an X Sigil Ruin Reblow in the third. Every single character here is going to be using an X Sigil Ruin Reblow, except for Matt. Now, Matt is going to have a Fire Breach over here just in case. And the reason why we don't need to bring that third X Sigil is because Cloud's Sky Splitter right here, he has X Sigil boost. So you're going to want to make sure you have that in your main hand. If you do not have a weapon that boosts X Sigil break in your team, then I do recommend slotting 3 X Sigils in your team, because this is going to take down 5 every time Cloud hits, as opposed to 3. All right, Yuffie's going to have a Cura slotted here, the strongest Fire Blow I have, and another X Sigil Materia. Last but not least, we have Matt here with a healing Asuna Poison. I'm actually going to switch Yuffie's Cura here to a healing Asuna Poison, because he can AoE poison you in this fight. And it's better to have at least 2 people doing it so as not to overburden Matt. All right, so I'm going to switch Yuffie's Cura to a healing Asuna Poison. And then on Matt over here, we have a healing Asuna Poison, so there's 2 of them slotted. A Fyra over here because he's more magic attack focused, and a Fire Breach. Even though Yuffie is going to be using the Boomerang, I actually don't think that Matt is going to need this Fire Breach. So even though it's overkill, I'm just going to switch over to X right here, and I'm going to slot him an X Sigil. All right, that way we can just destroy those sigils as quickly as possible. All right, so that being said, let's go into the back end of the characters. Cloud here is sitting at 74k power, 6.6k HP, 2.7k physical attack. His R abilities are as shown here with a nice 6 to fire potency. His R abilities are right here if you guys want to pause the screen. I am running his fire costume, the Sky Splitter, and the Hard Edge in his offhand for the physical defense break. Hellfire as the summon is basically a must-have on whoever your fire DPS is. His sub-equipments are all fire-based, so we have the Crew Kicker right here from Glenn. We have the Prototype Crimson Blade from Sephiroth, and we have the Crystal Sword Z from Zack. All right, so let's move over to Yuffie. Yuffie's sitting at 66k power, 8.5k HP, 2.8k physical attack. Her R abilities are as shown here. I'll bring them up for you guys to see if you like. I am running her buff debuff costume, the Arctic Star for the physical attack up for Cloud, and the Boomerang for the Fire Imperil. Clear Tranquil for a little bit of extra healing, and the physical attack magic attack up buff for the party. And then in the sub-equips, we have the Amaranth's Claws, the Maritime Sword, and the Zidane's Sword. If you do not have the Final Fantasy IX crossover weapons, you can either slot in the Guide Gloves or basically anything that's going to keep up her HP and then also give her strong physical attack. She'll be mostly buffing, debuffing, but she is going to be getting some damage in here and there. Like I said, the Final Fantasy IX crossover weapons are not a necessity in any way, shape, or form. All right, last but not least, we have Matt Winsard. 57k power, 6.8k HP, 1.8k physical attack, 2k magic attack, and 2.1k healing. His R abilities are as shown here. He is our primary healer in the party. I am running him his killer attire. I mean, I basically don't really have that many costumes for him. This one boosts magic defense. I thought that Trine was a magic attack. I'm guessing it is a physical attack, though. So in his first hand, we have the prime number right here, or the prime number for the AoE healing. In the offhand, I did slot the core defender for the AoE magic defense up. I thought that Trine was a magic defense attack, though now I think that it's most likely physical. I'm going to leave it there just in case, so we'll check in this video whether it is physical or magic, and we shall see. All right, we have the gigantic shield limit break for him just in case we need it. We already went over the Materias. His sub-equipments are the Aonibi, the Fairy Tail, and the Chocobo staff right here for the extra healing. All right, so that is my team going into the Materia Garden Ruin EX2 fight. I'm not going to waste your guys' time any longer. Let's get into this fight. I'm going to show you guys how to take it down. All right, let's do this. Here it is right here. I'm going to switch to semi-auto for ease on Yuffie's feisty spirit ability, down to 1x speed. All right, here comes his first ability. I'm going to imperil him. Cloud's going to armor break, and Matt is going to fire once. And then we'll block this first attack, which is physical. Wow, so he definitely hits way harder than the last one. All right, here we go. With Yuffie, I'm going to Feisty Spirit. Cloud is going to attack, and Matt is going to get off his first heal. As you can see, he does have a triple physical attack buff up, but it wears off pretty fast. It's already gone. All right, so here we go. Blazing Strike with Cloud. I'm going to take that Fire Imperil to high, and I'm going to get everyone's HP to max here in a second. All right, going to take Cloud's attack to high. Here we go. Just getting everyone fully charged up. There's the poison. We're going to heal that as quickly as we can. All right, there we go. And there's the last poison gone. Yuffie is going to re-imperil the Materia Guardian here. There we go. And slowly we are going to set Matt up to heal one more time. All right. All right, so here comes his first sigil break. Like I said, with Cloud, if you have the Sky Splitter, this is going to be no problem at all. And because we slotted 3 sigils, it's going to be super easy to take it down. All right, there we have it. Boom. Let's redo our Imperil to high. Matt's going to come in here. I think I'm going to actually attack with Cloud and Yuffie first. Then I can switch over to defense. Matt will go for that heal right there. I'm going to save the summons. We're going to save the summons for the second round. I'm going to show you why when we get there. All right, a little Fire Blow right here. And another Fire Blow. There we go. All right, so going into the second round of the fight, we're going to save the summons for right before he gets off Trine. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to get off a heal right here to get Cloud up. And we're just going to go for some damage right here. So it does look like Trine is magic. Okay, so that is good to know. All right. There it is. I'm going to get off the amulet right here. Oh, we didn't actually get it off in time. Hopefully we survive this. All right, so we do survive it. After that, I'm going to go for one healing shower. Yuffie's going to take this Imperil to max. And then we're going to launch into the summons right here. All right. Okay, so now we're pretty much set up for the rest of this fight. Yuffie's going to buff everyone up. Cloud's Hellfire is going to be hitting on a max Imperil. And Matt is going to be protecting us for the next, 14, 18 seconds. Gigantic shield. All right, here we go. Hellfire should do a good amount of damage. All right, there you have it, down to 2/3 HP. And I'm just going to send everyone here into damage galore. Okay, going to take Cloud's physical attack buff to high. And let's get off a Blazing Strike. Yuffie will re-up that Fire Imperil. Matt's going to heal once. All right, now here we are going into the next sigil break. Okay. As you guys can see, we're going to smoke through it. So there's his super high physical attack buff. Definitely can be a pain, but we're going to break the sigils really fast and then basically beat this match right afterwards. I'm going to get this off on Matt so that Cloud can attack. All right, there we go. Get Matt to throw that heal. Re-up the physical attack buff on Cloud, and everyone is just going for damage at this point. All right, and Cloud should be able to finish this guy off right here. All right, and there you have it. There is the Materia Guardian Ruin EX2. Like I said, if he is doing too much damage to you with those physical attacks, then you can slot in D-Braves on Cloud and Yuffie to lower them. But from what I find, you just want to be getting damage in. His first one wears off super fast. His second one is during a sigil break, so you would want to be focusing the sigils anyway. And his third one right there was half during a sigil break and half at the end of the fight where we were just trying to burn him down anyway. So I think that it doesn't really matter. Also, his Trine ability confirmed is a magic attack. So Matt's, whatever the name of his weapon was, let's check it. Matt's Core Defender is going to work perfect for that, especially if you get it off in time for it to actually work. So yeah, that being said, if this video was helpful for you guys today, drop a like, sub to the channel for future content. Thank you guys so much for your support. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, and peace.